Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as usual, to keep you updated. Many stories, many news, so it's going to be crazy busy in the next days. I remind you always to stay tuned here on the channel to get all the very latest, to have all the informations on the market. And tonight guys, we have to update you on several other things because the market is moving. Things are happening and we have to start first of all with the here we go. Because Aston Villa have their new left back, the agreement with Atletico Madrid has been closed tonight. For Matteo Ruggeri, verbal agreement in place, 25 million euros, 1.5 in add-ons, contract agreed between Matteo Ruggeri and Aston Villa, and so Villa go for Ruggeri in order to replace Luca Digne, who joined Paris Saint-Germain in this summer transfer window. Talking about opportunities, and here we go. Remember, Dusan Vlahovic is joining Besiktas, Romelu Lukaku is joining Fenerbahce, so many movements also for strikers. Talking about strikers, many questions about Ferran Balogun and Tottenham Hotspur, a big story coming out of the French press, but at the moment, according to my information, guys, nothing advanced for Ferran Balogun to Tottenham Hotspur. At the moment, for Balogun, there are some options in Premier League, but Tottenham are not among them. Galatasaray, interested in the player as well, but at the moment, financially not easy to reach an agreement, so let's see what's going to happen, but there is movement around following Balogun for sure, not with Tottenham at this stage. Then another big story of the night, the exclusive update a few hours ago on Ferran Torres. Today, Wednesday, had to be the day of Ferran Torres arriving and showing up at Barcelona on training. The agreement was for Ferran to come back to training today after the World Cup. He was the scorer of the winner against Argentina in the final, as we know. But Ferran Torres will not be back to training today, and I think it's not going to be the case also tomorrow, Thursday, because the pact made, I can exclusively reveal, between Ferran Torres, his agents, Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain is to avoid training for Ferran Torres today and eventually tomorrow. Why? Because the agreement between Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona for Ferran Torres is almost done. It's really at the final stages, the here we go is coming soon. It's a deal worth around 50-55 million euros, as told you a few days ago, so Ferran Torres to Paris Saint-Germain is imminent. Just Paris Saint-Germain are busy today with the Super Cup, and obviously to close a deal while you have to play to win a trophy doesn't make any sense. You can close the deal the following day. There is no rush. And so Barcelona and PSG, as I always told you, have good relationship. And so this is the direction for Ferran Torres to Paris Saint-Germain. Absolutely, this is the way, and the player not training shows that the deal is almost there. Many questions tonight, guys, on Lautaro Martinez, with maximum respect with all those sharing these informations. At the moment, all sources involved in this story are not mentioning this as a serious or concrete possibility. The appreciation from Barca for Lautaro Martinez is an historical appreciation. It was already years ago, you remember, during COVID in 2020 and many other times, Barcelona always appreciated Lautaro Martinez, but that's it. At the moment, Inter count on Lautaro for the new season. Lautaro is Inter captain. At this stage, for Barcelona, also from Barca sources, at the moment there is nothing really strong or concrete into this. Should anything change for Lautaro or for any other striker, I will keep you posted here on the channel as always. I want to tell you something more, guys, on one of the stories of the day, Enzo Fernandez and Manchester City. Important update on Enzo Fernandez. I told you some points of the story in the last video. Man City are interested, Man City are talking with the agents of the player, Enzo Maresca wants Enzo Fernandez, so for sure there is an exchange, there are talks, there are conversations. But I also told you, Chelsea will be more than happy to keep Enzo Fernandez at the club. Chelsea are not desperate to sell Enzo Fernandez at all. And Chelsea believe that he could do very well with Xabi Alonso. So Chelsea believe that there is a chance he stays at the club. Why this? Because the message coming very strong from Chelsea to the players' camp is the following. Chelsea will not bring this Enzo Fernandez story late in the window. So forget about the deadline day move, forget about the final days, the final hours, crazy business. At least this is Chelsea's position. Chelsea want a quick resolution in or out in few days. I would say by the end of this week. This is the intention at Chelsea to resolve the situation of Enzo Fernandez. And also, Chelsea believe that the price was already indicated months ago to the player side. Whoever wants to buy Enzo Fernandez has to arrive with 120 millions. 120 millions with payment terms already fixed. So these are Chelsea conditions. Now, for Man City, it's Basically, for Chelsea, they believe it's going to be something like take it or leave it in few days, because Chelsea don't want to negotiate close to the end of the window. So now it's on Manchester City to make a decision. We will see whether it's going to change the situation, but this is the status for the Enzo Fernandez story. And also, don't forget how tense was the situation between Chelsea and Manchester City for the Enzo Maresca appointment, and this is also having an impact, for example, not only on the Enzo story, but also on the Pedro Neto story. Manchester City have an interest in Pedro Neto. Manchester City spoke with the agents of Pedro Neto more than once, so there's been a conversation. Pedro Neto is on Man City list to replace Savinho, who is a target for Tottenham, but at the moment, the gap in valuation is a big gap also for Pedro Neto. I would say it's a similar situation because Chelsea are also happy with Pedro Neto. Chelsea are not desperate to sell Pedro, and so at the moment there is difficulties to advance on this deal because of the gap and because of what happened with the Maresca appointment. Then guys, questions today also on Jules Kounde and Arsenal. At the moment guys, nothing advanced. For sure Arsenal, what I can add to the story is that Arsenal keep looking for a centre-back. Arsenal are working behind the scenes on a new centre-back. Tottenham are not selling Romero to Arsenal, I told you. This is why Romero is close to Atletico Madrid. Arsenal are still looking for a centre-back on the market. Kounde, in personal opinion, would be a smart solution because he can be a right back, he can be a centre-back. So, would be a good solution for Arsenal, who probably need to cover both positions in terms of players, but we will see how many they will add. Maybe it's going to be just one. But at the moment, from both sides, they are not confirming any advanced negotiations for Jules Kounde to Arsenal. Should anything change, I will let you know. As always, we are here every single day, but at the moment, this is the feeling on this story. Talking about opportunities and names, I want to clarify something also on the name of Mike Maignan, because today, rumors from Italy reporting Al Nassr, Cristiano Ronaldo's teams in Saudi, champions of Saudi Arabia, interested in Mike Maignan. My information is that there is zero. No talks, no discussions, no interest, apart from the appreciation you can have for a top goalkeeper like Mike Maignan. There are no active talks for Maignan to join Al Nassr. Al Nassr are currently happy with their goalkeepers, and they are denying any interest in Mike Maignan. On these guys and much more, I will keep you posted. Get ready, because it's going to be a crazy midweek. So I'm sure it's going to be plenty of news, plenty of stories. Pep Chavarria also signed his contract at Chelsea. Don't forget on this one, another deal completed. So guys, on this and much more, I will keep you posted. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel as every single day, because the market is moving, and then remember to let me know your opinion here in the comments on all these stories, from Balogun to Ruggeri, Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Ferran Torres, Lautaro Martinez, Mike Maignan, Jules Kounde, the centre-back for Arsenal. Plenty of stories. I will see you soon.